Hi, I'm Euge Valovirta, and this is about iZotope's Ozone 11 Advanced mastering suite. So let's go directly to my DAW, which is Logic. This song, what I'm using as an example, is from my forthcoming solo album featuring Samy Elbanna on vocals. This has already been mixed and mastered. I mastered the album by using the Ozone 11 Advanced. So let's first listen the song. I'm gonna bypass this little bit and then I'll tell you what did I did here and what this does, and then let's try to see what the AI kind of mastering does to this. And the first thing here is sound theory's Gulfos. I'm gonna bypass it so you hear what it does. So yeah, let's take a listen. So whenever I'm mastering, I'm using the bypass, the gain match, so I can hear that what it actually does, because you know everything always sounds better when it's louder. So this is also a really cool thing that you can. So I'm adding quite a bit of gain with a limiter, it's called maximizer here, and upward compression. So by using the gain match, I'm really able to tell that what I'm actually doing, so I'm not fooled by the loudness, which is really cool. But hopefully you heard something. This did a little thing. So the EQ, I was just cutting a little bit of the really low lows and adding kind of notch there, and boosting highs, like this kind of airy angel dust about a few dBs. So let's listen to that. So the low end becomes a little bit tighter and a little bit top. Okay, then the impact. Reducing some impact on the kind of upper mids, which is sometimes that's what we humans hear the best, and that's why it sometimes sounds harsh. And then a little bit impact here, so on the high frequencies, I'm kind of adding more impact to the lows and low mids tiny amount. But like you hear, these are very small things, so when I'm mixing, I'm not thinking that I'll fix it in the mastering. I'm thinking that this is the mix, this is the sound, like. And then when I have mixed, I usually take a couple of days break, or with this album, I think I did like a week break after I had finished mixing all the songs, and then okay, let's see, can I improve this even more? And just by these small things, if you need to do too much in a mastering, then I think there's something wrong with the mix. And the same with recording. It's not like let's fix it in the mix. Let's record it like it's great, and then just improve that a little bit in the mix. Okay, in the imager, on this one I only was reducing the lows to make it a bit more center focused. I didn't do anything else because I have a little bit widening with my SSL fusion when I mix, so I don't really need to do that. I would just this small thing. Again, very small, but I think kind of the kick is a little bit more like this. Clarity. This was I was using kind of like mids and high frequencies. Didn't focus on the lows.
We're not the same anymore. Bring yourself up the crowd. Say it, but it is true. If there's one thing that I'll never be, it's gonna be you. Now turn the lights on for me, so you can see what I mean. It's time to love alive. Come on and testify.
So it adds a clarity. You know, hopefully you heard. If you're listening this with the iPhone or laptop speakers, you probably don't hear any difference. So, you know, good headphones or good monitoring system, then you probably hear something. A stabilizer.
Now turn the lights out for me, so you can see what I'm saying. It's time to look alive. Come on and testify.
This is very minor. To be honest, I'm not really sure what this does. I just pull this on and tweak the knobs a little bit, and I was like, well, it doesn't hurt, so let's keep it there. Dynamic EQ. So what this does, this is something I do pretty much always. So I have 4 kind of key frequencies. So the low mid, and since it's dynamic, whenever the low mids reach a certain threshold, it ducks them down a little bit to avoid the woo. And this is the kind of the mids, you know, if there's, well, you heard, and this is the kind of the harsh frequencies free. So whenever there's too much of those, it kind of ducks them down, and this is just those really high highs. Whenever if there's really loud cymbals, kind of ducks them a little, but you know, we're talking like just a few dBs. But you heard, at least I heard. I think it again adds some, makes it sound a bit better. Okay, maximizer. Now I'm gonna gain match this, because when I bypass this, it's just gonna be louder, so you don't. So we'll hear actually what it does.
I've been a thief, a villain. I always been a killing. I'm a dead but I'll survive. I'm falling down. Believe me, I've been pushed around, but nothing brought me aside.
So it makes it a little bit punchier, and obviously I use it to, you know, make the mix to be on a commercial level, so to say. So I think my original mix, I think my mixes are pretty low. It was like -15 LUFS, -14. Now this is probably something like minus. Let's actually see what it.
Bring yourself up the crowd. Honest to say it, but it is true. If there's one thing that'll never be, it's gonna be you. Now to
So it's about -8 LUFS. So it's pretty loud, but it's still not like there's still dynamics, because what you see here, it just kind of reduces some of the peaks and makes the snare and kick a bit punchier. And this upward compression on this song, it doesn't do much because it's pretty much full blast all the way. But on some songs on the album there was slower parts. Let's actually, while we're at it, let's listen. It's this part here. So check it out what the upward compression does. So it just makes it a little bit more intimate, because this is a really intimate part. The vocals are kind of distorted, the chorus, clean guitars, and I just, you know, like what it does. All right, let's go back to this was again Samy Elbanna singing on that song. So let's now use the AI and let's see what this does. Because if you don't have any idea about what this does, so then this could be a cool thing to put this first and let's see what it does, and then, you know, you can tweak from there. And I mean, I use it sometimes too, just to see what it does, because it's kind of interesting.
lost time. We're not the same anymore. Bring yourself up the crowd. Honest to say it, but it is true. If there's one thing that'll never be, it's gonna be you. Now till the lights on for me, so you can see what I mean. It's time to look alive. Come on, testify. Now till the lights on for me, so you can see what I mean. It's time to look alive. Come on and tell.
So this is the kind of the overall view, which you can just use the simplified console. Then we go here, what it does. Well, it's pretty much the same what I had. Maybe I actually used this first when I mastered this AI and then cheat. Let's see. Okay, so the global EQ is different. It added a lot more top end. The impact is a little bit different what I have. Imager is different. It actually made it wider. Okay. Clarity, oh, that's pretty similar, above 300 hertz. Stabilizer is probably, can't remember, I think I had a little bit less. Dynamic, yeah, so this again artificially is focusing on similar frequencies than I have. Upper mids, well, I think I had this on 1K and this probably around, I think I had that on 200. See the maximizer, a little bit upward compression, 77 plus 7.7 gain. So yeah, pretty. So this is actually pretty good, because I think, I can't remember, I probably used this first when I actually mastered the song and then just tweaked it to my liking. The global EQ curve is quite a bit different than what I had. And the dynamic EQ, I had a different, you know, focusing points. The maximizer, I think it's quite similar. So let's listen. Let's put the gain match so we can actually hear what it does, and not be fooled by the volume. And yeah, to me it adds too much top and stuff. So okay, now let's take the gain match off, listen this, and then let's put my settings, what I use on the album, back. Let's see if there are any difference.
It's time to look alive. Come on and testify. Now turn the lights on for me, so you can see what I mean. It's time to look alive. Come on and testify.
Yeah, the AI made it so there was the lows were a little and there was more highs. So I like mine better. And again, it's an AI, but it gives you a really good starting point, like you heard. Some of the stuff were pretty similar what I ended up using. So this is absolutely fantastic plugin, and you can use these kind of blocks as separate plugins on your tracks also. If we go here and go to iZotope, quite a bit of iZotope stuff. The Ozone 10 that I used previously, so a Nectar. So here's all the, let's see if I want to use just the dynamic EQ. I can use just that and it's here. So you can use these on your mixes as an individual plugin. So this is not just for mastering, because this is a bit CPU heavy when you have this whole shebang going on. But the individual plugins, they are, you know, like your usual plugins. These are great plugins. So iZotope makes really good stuff. Not kind of your traditional, well, this dynamic EQ it's kind of traditional, but there's many of these like an artificial intelligence based things, which is, I guess, not just the future, but the present day. And you know, even though I'm kind of old school, I like to mix using old school, you know, channel strips and hardware. But in a mastering, I really like this modern, partly artificial intelligence based technique. I guess, at least to me, it's like whoa. But I really like what I can do with this. Make my mixes, which I think are good, pretty good, make them even a little bit better. You can probably do the same. Hey, hopefully you found this interesting and informative. Thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in. If you like, please hit the like button and subscribe. You know the drill. I'll put links in the description to iZotope's website where you can check this out. Alright, until next time, take care, bye.